What's going on, guys? So previously I did a video talking about how bodybuilding, or really hypertrophy training, can be very useful and valuable for the martial artist and for athletes in general. Now the funny thing is, I suppose it's not so funny as it is sad, but people kind of proved my suspicion right, and either reacted without watching the video or reacted with the assumption that I was calling for everybody to just start bodybuilding and not actually train otherwise athletically for their strength and conditioning. So now I'm going to make a thing of this. We're going to talk about different modalities of training and why they're valuable. And so today we're going to talk about how powerlifting, or general, maximal strength training, is beneficial for the martial artist. And now, Matt Wenning has a great video up on why, strength training is important for, operators, emergency services, things like that. And I don't know that I can say it any better than him, so I will link his video below. But the overall crux of it is, when you are stronger, doing submaximal things is just generally easier. Now, I have written a couple of articles on standards for how you should, where you should be strength-wise as a martial artist. And clearly we're not talking about, world record on the platform kind of strength. What we're talking about is things like having, a 2 times body weight squat. Why? Because if, let's say you are a competitive fighter, you're fighting in weight class, that means your opponent is about the same weight as you. If you can squat 2 times your body weight and you have to, say, fireman's carry the guy, that means that his body weight is about 50% of what your max is, which means that you have multiple repeated efforts of being able to pull that maneuver off, provided you have the skill to go along with that maneuver. And it also gives you a lot of wiggle room, just in case your positioning isn't quite right or whatever, that you won't hurt yourself doing that kind of thing, because the tissues are already prepped for much higher loads. So in general, when I say that doing things like powerlifting are going to be extremely valuable for you as a martial artist, it's not about getting you on the platform and out there competing and getting up to an 800-pound squat, unless you're a 400-pound fighter. But the idea is really that you just need to be prepped. Your tissues need to be prepped to receive force, to receive load. And a large part of that, a very large part of that, needs to come from your actual specific martial arts training. But another major part of that really can come from your gym time. You should be doing strength and conditioning training outside of your martial arts training. And this absolute bullshit of you don't need to be strong, you don't need to be athletic to do martial arts is a massive cop-out. Martial arts should not rely on raw athleticism. The athleticism should, in fact, be kind of like rocket fuel to your techniques. And life is just better when you're stronger. You're more capable of doing things, and as Mark Ripito says, it makes you harder to hurt, harder to kill. However he said it, it's fantastic. 9 times out of 10, when I walk into a room, I'm the biggest, strongest guy in the room as a martial artist, because martial artists tend to be bad athletes. And I want every one of you to put me to shame, right? I did have a student for a short amount of time until he decided that powerlifting was more his thing, that he hit 145 pounds and he was stronger than me. 600-pound deadlift, something like a 425 squat. Bench was under mine, but that doesn't matter. It's the idea really is getting those numbers up, right? What we're really talking about is maximal strength is extremely, extremely valuable, and getting to those 2x and 1x kind of numbers, those are those are not in the realm of anything that is not doable by people, at least people who are not somehow disabled and prohibited from strength training. What you're really going to be looking at is that those numbers are very achievable by the general populace. I mean, I'm kind of spitballing on that. You know, I don't have any data to back that up, but those seem like pretty run-of-the-mill numbers, and those are all numbers that probably would not even get you into an amateur powerlifting competition, at least not on the podium. But they are numbers that will absolutely help your ability to do martial arts. So I'm going to cut this off there, and we will definitely do some more videos and make kind of a little mini series out of this. I'm not going to give you a time frame on that. They'll just happen as they happen. But yeah, until next time, good journey. Oh, you want to know why functional training is valuable for martial arts? It isn't. Oh yeah, curling in the squat rack. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. In the links down below, you can find our social media, and I encourage you to follow us there. Take a look at our blog, where we have articles that go into depth that we just can't do in our video productions. And on top of that, go to our Amazon store, pick out a shirt that you like, and every little bit helps. If you're ever in the Phoenix area, look us up. Come in for a class, come in for open mat, whatever. Love to see you down here. You can find all our contact info on the website. Talk to you guys in the next one. Good journey.